What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Stub Club. I'm Brian.
I'm Mike.
I'm Tyler.
We are continuing our countdown to Marvel's Infinity War. And we are, let's see, we got,
I think we're at 14.
after today we got Stub, we got
Spider-Man.
we got, Doctor Strange today, I believe Guardians,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Thor, Black Panther. We have 6
We're
movies.
so close.
But it's coming out in 3 weeks.
Two a week.
We are so close to this movie coming out, and it's going to be so epic. But today we are talking about the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange.
Dr. Stephen Strange.
And I want to say that they could not have chosen a better actor to play in this movie
He was amazing.
than Benedict Cumberbatch.
Absolutely.
Like I adored him in the Star Trek Into Darkness.
God,
yeah.
Even though I didn't like that movie very much, I loved him.
He's just a good actor.
He's
Anything he's in, he does his role.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And he's just so good. So the movie begins with Caecilius going through, which is I think it's Mads Murdock.
Mads Mikkelsen. or
Mads
whatever his name
Mikkelsen.
is. Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen he plays Caecilius, going through the sorcerer's library, and he's killing people. Like, was it really necessary for him to hold up the dude like in the cross position and then cut off his head into a pail? I mean, there's no reason for that,
Yeah.
but I mean,
He did it to
whatever.
do it.
I mean, he made his point.
He did. But they take this page out of this book, which we'll get to later because they don't explain it just yet. Then they cut to Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, before he's mystical powers.
Mr. Rich Doctor.
He's
Rich Doctor.
he's such a dick.
Yeah.
He plays a good dick.
He does. He is
He does play.
so
music.
close to Tony Stark
Yeah.
that he could be Robert Downey Jr. in disguise. He really could be.
Yeah.
He has to help this doctor get a bullet out of this gentleman's brain.
Yes.
And he's like, I'm not going to use special tools. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to pluck it out with tweezers, and because that's showing like how good of a doctor he really
Yeah.
is. But he's an arrogant doctor.
Oh yeah.
Because of how good he is.
And he's so like he's talking about like they should have named a surgery after me. They should have named something after me because he's talking with this
He's
girl,
a cocky.
this night nurse. He's talking with this nurse that he used to have he used to have relations with.
Right.
And she's like, I call it this, she's like, I call it the strange variable or something like that. And he's like, well, at least something's named after me. And then he's just such a dick.
Yeah.
It's so
Like
good.
he's so good. Fast forward, he breaks his hands in a car accident because you shouldn't text and drive, kids.
Yeah. Public
And-
service announcement. Don't text and drive. We can wait.
This car crash. This car crash.
What's even better? It's an Audi.
Yeah, it is.
It is. They could have chosen like the more windy road. Like,
Nope.
like
Wherever he lived, my God, that road had no business being there.
Like literally, it's like watching wacky races, and you're just
It
going
was
like
what?
that.
And after the right or left, it was the ocean, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was
Tokyo Drift.
And he just, they put so much detail into this crash where he hits something, boom, hits the steering wheel with his hands, and
Slow motion.
all you hear is just crack
Yeah.
right
His
through the
hands.
hands. I'm like,
It was
Oh!
It looked terrible.
they put so much detail into it. I'm like, oh my god. So they fix his hands, but he doesn't have the touch anymore. He doesn't
Because
have.
he's shaky.
He's all shaky. He can't even do grips anymore. Like he can't even go like this anymore.
No.
Because he was in an accident.
Because he was texting.
So I have a friend. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he does not like Benedict Cumberbatch. Like he cannot stand him. And
Is it Hugh?
Is it Chris?
no, it's not, again, I'm not gonna mention the name.
Is it Kevin?
No,
Tom?
no,
Yeah.
Adam?
no. It's not. Anyways,
Who else? I don't know.
so anyways, because he's making fun of him, and he's like, my hands. I'm like, that's the whole point of Doctor Strange, though.
Yeah.
He can't use his hands anymore. He can't perform surgery. So it's like you're basically making fun of the plot from the plot of the comic books.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like Benedict Cumberbatch. But anyways, we'll move on. He travels to Tibet or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it Tibet? I'm pretty
I
sure
think
it's Tibet.
For the medical healing.
And he's talking to this he finds this place where it's spiritual healing because he found a guy that had basically had his leg turned upside down and through his like chest or
Remember,
whatever.
he was supposed to treat him, but he said there was no hope for him,
Yeah,
so he didn't treat him.
and
And he's
then
playing basketball.
his leg is all good. He's all that stuff. So he's like, maybe they can fix my hands. He goes there, and what's funny is that they kick him out. They don't help him, especially after they put him through this trippy thing where they're going through all the
He was on
dimensions.
acid.
If you see this movie and you're high, I am so sorry.
Close your eyes, count to 10.
Like, there's the part where he's going like this, and he sees the hands growing fingers, and then those fingers grow.
Oh,
hands.
And it
yeah.
just
And it
magnifies.
And it just keeps going like,
Yeah.
ew!
Make it stop.
My hands tingle. He goes through the dark dimension. I'm pretty sure we see like there. I'm pretty sure we see the planet from Guardians 2, the one
Yes,
that began
no, I
with,
think so
the
too.
Sovereign.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we see that in the video. I'm pretty sure we see a bunch of things. And it's so funny because they're like, help me, and like Trey's
Yeah.
like, help me, and they're like, nope, slam the
They
doors.
Kick him out.
We meet Baron Mordo. I don't remember who plays him. And we meet.
He's got a really, really hard name to pronounce.
It is a really
He
hard name to
does.
pronounce. And then we meet the ancient one, who in the comic book is supposed to be a very old Chinese man, which they make reference to in the
Yeah.
movie, which is really funny because he's talking to the really old Chinese man, and it's
Right.
really this Celtic woman. So I'm like, this had a lot of controversy because people were like, they're whitewashing the character. I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I get that it's supposed to be an Asian gentleman, but they've done it in other movies.
Yeah. And
It's
nobody
not the
bats
first
an eye.
time.
Like, I mean, they even done it in one of the video games, the Batman video games,
Yeah.
with Copperhead. Copperhead's supposed to be a guy, and it's actually a woman
Which one
in
was that?
Arkham Origins.
Oh, yep.
But anyways,
She played that role very well, though.
she did. It was good. So we're gonna skip a few because all this is training. They leave him on Mount Everest because
Yeah, the train.
they're like,
He's like, get back on your
Come
own.
with me, and she cuts portal and they
Yeah,
go through.
'cause
She's
they have-
like,
they
He's
have
got to
the-
learn how to do the
What do I
portal on his own.
do?
they have the rings and they're going like this. They have the
Think of a happy thought.
it's called a sling ring, and
Yeah.
she's just like, come with me, and like, this is Mount Everest. Have you ever? And there she's like, this is the most beautiful place, but you will die. Your thoughts will cease at 10. Your thoughts will cease after 10 minutes, and then your brain will shut down
Yeah.
after 20 or something like that. And
Better
she's
hurry.
like, bye, and
Yeah.
it's just gone.
Right back there.
And he's
You're
just
gonna
like,
learn
he's just like,
today.
wait. So he's doing this. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh my god. And he has to get back. So now he's because he gets back, obviously.
Yeah.
He doesn't die. So they're doing all this training. He steals a book from the library, which is hilarious, and then he finds the Infinity Stone. The first time they actually call it the Infinity Stone
Yeah.
in the Marvel Universe, because that's what it is.
The Eye of Agamotto.
Yes, the Eye of Agamotto, which is the Time Stone.
So good.
And they tell him, do not, under any circumstances, use this. So of course he uses
Wait,
it.
think he's gonna do that?
He uses
Don't touch this. Okay.
So
Don't touch it.
he used it. He used it on Apple, and basically what it does is he does this like thing where it's like there's a lot of weird hand
It
motions.
puts like a watch around him.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he just turns
And
it
it's
like
he's
this.
turning time forward and it shows the apple getting eaten. There's like, whoa, and he turns it back,
And
and
the
the
apple
apple
becomes
comes
whole
back.
again.
Yeah.
And then he goes like this, and the apple just goes all the way to eaten, and it's like rotten.
Yeah, and then it goes all the way back.
to a brand new apple. Like, ooh, that'd be cool.
And it's a really cool effect. The effects in this, if you go back to the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the effects were good, but they're not like what they are now. The effects now are just like holy crap.
Wakanda forever.
Jinx!
Oh.
Double Jinx!
Give him your car.
Give me your card.
Nobody wants it.
Mike.
Nobody
So going forward, we go back and we find Caecilius,
Yeah.
and he is. I've seen some of his movies. There's always something wrong with this dude's eyes in every single one of these movies.
It's really trippy when they do.
But what he does is he basically gives himself to the Lord of the Dark,
Dormammu.
Dormammu.
I've come to bargain.
That's not yet.
It's time, so it could be whenever.
Oh, snap.
But basically, his eyes turn purple and scaly. I don't know what the scales are for, but
Corruption, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
They add depth to the character.
yeah, and so now he's part of
Spider
the
Dragon.
So now he's part of the Dark Universe, not the Universal Monsters Dark Universe, like the Dark Universe in Marvel. There's this whole fight that happens. Because we're trying to keep this short since
the fight where they're like using the spells.
the
And
mirror,
Yeah.
the mirror,
New York's going like this.
Yep.
And no one notices. It's like,
the mirror
Yeah.
dimension.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Nobody notices except
how
for
do
the
they do their
people that-
magic?
The ancient one dies. So
Sad.
spoilers.
Oh, there.
Which
oh,
is
yeah.
less challenge for Thanos now.
Yeah.
Right.
So the whole ending is Wong, who is played by Benedict Wong, which is hilarious. We have two
That's so funny.
Benedicts, and his
Yeah.
last name is Wong. So
And his character's name is Wong.
yeah, and
Just lazy writing.
they have this whole fight in Tokyo, which was a really good
It
fight.
was.
And then Doctor Strange uses the Eye of Agamotto again and turns it all the way back, and you see Caecilius go into a wall and get stuck there. I'm pretty sure he almost drowned somebody.
I think so.
One of the bad guys in like a little fish
Yeah.
tank because
Yeah.
the fish wall went back inside and just like this inside the fish tank.
Yeah.
So he flies up to Dormammu, onto the planet, onto one of the craters that Dormammu was on, and he goes, "Dormammu, I've come to bargain."
We forgot about his cape. One of the most important things.
Oh, yeah,
the
His
cape.
magical item. is his-
Going back to the cape of levitation, this thing is a mind of its own.
This is one of my favorite parts.
He takes one of the bad guys and is just beating the absolute hell. And it's the cape. It's not Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is watching him, and the cape is slamming the dude against the wall and stuff like that. It's like
It was great.
I'm like, oh my
That
god!
cape had personality.
It's
I'm like, oh my god, this cape's gonna kill somebody.
It's
Like,
like-
holy shit!
the magic carpet from Aladdin.
Yeah.
But more intense.
That's what the memes were online. Online,
Yeah.
it was like, I want to see a crossover with magic carpet and the cape of
Yes.
levitation.
That
There's another whole fight where they do. They're in the mirror dimension.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange uses what are those things where it goes clear? Those things. What are those called?
Oh,
Paddles.
yeah, they're in schools and everything.
Defibrillators.
Defibrillators, yeah.
And
Defibrillator.
he takes it and basically uses magical powers through him and kills the guy. And he's like, I'm not gonna do this again. I am not a killer. I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Even though you're kind of a dick for a doctor.
He's got his oath. And then real quick, I just want for the levitating cape.
Mhm.
Wasn't the I can't remember if this was true or not, but wasn't the whole thing doesn't those artifacts like they pick the user right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put,
So they have a special bond.
so there's artifacts. There's the cane. There's the cane of Watum or something like that.
something like that.
The boots of climbing or whatever it's called. These all have these weird names like there's Shambhala, and they're like because he hands Mordo hands Doctor Strange once he's accepted into the thing. He's like hands him a card and says Shambhala on it. He's like, what is this, my oath? And he goes, no, it's the Wi-Fi password. And closes the door. There's a lot of comedy in this
Yeah,
too,
there
but we have to run through it really fast.
So back to
Dormammu. I've come to bargain.
Yeah.
And what you don't notice at first is that he messes with the time again, and what he does is he puts it on a loop. And Doctor Strange gets killed in this movie probably at least 20 times
in the same spot.
in the same spot, but it's different.
And who knows how many times he really was.
Oh yeah, because what they did is they put him in a loop
Infinite time loop.
where no matter what, whether he was going to be in this loop or so they were going to be in this loop and they were just going to go through eternity. Doctor Strange was going to die for eternity in this loop unless Dormammu.
He was going to
decided
annoy
against
him to death.
Yes, that's
Pretty
basically
much
what it was.
And it worked.
And Dormammu was actually motion capped by Benedict Cumberbatch. They were supposed to have somebody else, and Benedict Cumberbatch basically stole that role from him. I don't know why. It's because he likes being motion capped. Like he was motion capped for Schmog,
Smog.
Oh yeah, that's right.
and he was really good at Schmog.
Schmug.
And we'll do a review for Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit sometime later on.
Sorry.
So anyways,
So finally, Dormammu's like, "What do you want?" And it's just like, "You're gonna take your henchmen and you're gonna leave and you won't come back to Earth." And so he's just like, "Fine," and takes him back. Like, I personally, I don't like the design of Dormammu in this one.
no, he's supposed to be a giant, like 12-foot tall guy with a flaming skull.
That's
And he
exactly
was
what it
a
is.
gas cloud in this.
not a gas
He
cloud.
like
he was
kind of reminded me of a gas cloud, like a
He
heavy
was a
cloud.
Disembodied sentient creature.
basically, yeah, it like, because when you say gas cloud, that's when I think of like Galactus from Rise of the Silver Surfer, when he was just giant glass, when he was just a giant cloud.
Yeah.
So he was just, I did not like the design. I don't like the purple and the thing
Yeah.
where it's the lights going like this all over his face, where it literally like stops and goes like that, and then
It's the ripple.
the ripple effect. I did not like that. But anyways, the movie ends and he puts the Eye of Agamotto back, and he's just like, "Oh, that's an Infinity Stone." They're just like, "What's an Infinity Stone?" And he's just like, "That is one of the most powerful things in the universe. Do not touch it ever again." And of course, in the Infinity War trailer,
He's
it's the Eye
got
of
it.
Agamotto again.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't.
Yeah, because Thanos, that big
Done
motherfucker.
messed it up.
What is the ending credit scene? Oh,
Oh.
there's two ending credit scenes. One is Baron Mordo, because Baron Mordo is now against the sorcerers and he wants to destroy all the sorcerers. So he goes and finds the guy that fixed his leg with magic, and he takes away all of his magic and kills him.
Yeah.
And he said there's too many sorcerers, and then kills the guy.
Right.
And then the final one is actually a preview for Thor Ragnarok, because he goes, so you're looking for your brother and your father, and your brother's the one that put him on Earth without you knowing this. And he asked, do you want some tea? He's like, I don't want tea. And then they show Thor, and he's like, how about, and he's like, I don't drink tea. And he just, giant beard, he just chugs it. And he's just like,
Doesn't he like?
And it just refills itself.
and it refills itself, it goes like that.
Yeah.
And
And, and Thor's looking at him like, this is really cool.
So that's the ending of it. It's Thor Ragnarok, which comes in, we got Guardians,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, and then Thor Ragnarok. So
3, so probably like sometime next week,
like
2 weeks.
yeah, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to double up on one of these reviews. But anyways, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Remember to go to Postal Heroes,
Hello.
like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't noticed yet, we do have a new YouTube channel.
It's
So
pretty dope.
we're gonna fill it up here soon. We got a Friday 13th stuff coming out. We got some more stuff for you. We're gonna be doing
Got that
some.
unboxing.
We do have the
Yeah.
unboxing.
Got a
So,
Comic-Con unboxing.
anyways, guys, thank you very much. Oh, we have a game show coming up.
That's
We're not
true.
gonna spoil it.
More games.
We do have a game show coming up. So, anyways, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.